More than 2 centuries ago, a 10-year-old boy died in a desolate French prison cell. His only offense was being a king. The boy was Louis XVII, and his death marked the end of the French royal family. Or did it?
That sounds impossible, doesn't it?
For centuries, many have claimed that the boy who died in that prison was not the king. At the heart of the mystery is a heart. This heart, a shriveled 200-year-old organ that can solve the puzzle of King Louis XVII. On January 21st, 1793, the French Revolution came to a head. Louis XVI's head, to be specific. King Louis was sent to the guillotine by the revolutionary courts. His queen, Marie Antoinette, waited in prison for her own sentence. Both her children were placed in solitary cells, her daughter Marie-Thérèse and her son Louis Charles. This boy, Louis, was the next in line for the throne. In France, the heir was known as the Dauphin.
Now, this is when the real calamity begins. They don't know what to do with the Dauphin. They're certainly not going to kill him. There's no desire to do that at all. But he's a pain in the neck, basically.
Young Louis's cries from his cell tormented Marie Antoinette, but she didn't suffer too long. On October 16th, Marie Antoinette was herself beheaded by the executioner's blade, leaving her son an orphan and the King of France, if only in name.
For the next 6 months, this poor young man or lad or whatever you want to call him, he's left in utter neglect. Which gradually breaks both his mental and physical health.
The princess, Marie-Thérèse, was sent to Austria and lived a long life, but the Dauphin did not. On June 8, 1795, Louis Charles died at the age of 10 in the Temple prison.
He was simply thrown into a common grave in the Saint-Marguerite cemetery, just like anyone else. In June 1795. An autopsy is done by several doctors to make clear the cause of death and to rule out the rumor that he had been poisoned.
The autopsy concluded that tuberculosis was the cause of death. But that wasn't all the autopsy yielded.
During the autopsy, one of the doctors, at a moment when he was left alone in the room, took the opportunity to remove the heart of the Dauphin and wrap it in some paper and put it in his pocket.
By stealing the Dauphin's heart, the doctor, Dr. Pelletan, wanted to preserve the royal lineage, even if only symbolically.
The doctor, meanwhile, has this artifact of the royal family, this relic, I guess you'd call it, the heart, which he first, I think, preserves in alcohol, and then allows the organ to, in effect, dry out and become extremely hard and thus preservable.
He held on to it until 1815, when revolutionaries were overthrown and the royal family regained power. The beheaded king's brother was restored to the throne and took the name Louis XVIII.
The doctor assumes that they will be very happy to get this relic into their possession. So he offers it to the royal family, but is rebuffed. They're just not interested in it. There's no particular interest in something as macabre as the heart.
By this time, the heart had shriveled and become desiccated until it was a dark, rusty brown. After the royal family declined, Dr. Pelletan gave the heart to the Archbishop of Paris for safekeeping. It wasn't so safe. During another uprising, the heart was dropped into the gutter and lost. It was miraculously found days later by the man who had dropped it. In 1895, the heart was finally accepted back into the royal family. In 1975, after almost 2 centuries of circulation, from the doctor to the gutter and back to the royal family, the heart was bequeathed to the Memorial for France at Saint-Denis, the final resting place of the Dauphin's executed mother and father. But did it belong there? Many didn't believe this was the heart of the Dauphin.
People begin to turn up who claim that they are the descendants of Louis XVII, of the Dauphin. How can they claim this? Because, they say, the young person who died in the Temple prison was someone else. The Dauphin had evaded capture, had been kidnapped, liberated, however you want to put it, taken somewhere else, and had in fact survived.
In 1997, a French historian named Philippe Delorme argued that DNA could settle the controversy once and for all. So, in 1999, the crystal vase holding the heart was taken from the Memorial for France to a laboratory in Paris. There, samples of the heart tissue were compared to DNA from a lock of Marie Antoinette's hair and samples from 2 of her living descendants. On April 19, 2000, the team announced their results. That the heart of the boy that died in the Temple prison was indeed the son of Marie Antoinette and therefore King Louis XVII. A burial is planned for the young king's heart. Appropriately enough, the organ will be interred between the graves of his decapitated parents. A long-delayed family reunion. The heart of Louis XVII is at the Memorial for France in Saint-Denis, France.